What's up? The second night of the play-in concluded last night. We had some really, really good games. Hopefully, you guys were able to tune in and watch some of them. I was able to catch half of the Bulls Raptors game and pretty much all of the Thunder Pelicans game. I think we had some really great basketball once again. The Raptors absolutely choked, and I mean, you were up 19 at one point. It says here in the fourth quarter, they let up 37 points to the Bulls. They scored 24 by themselves. That's a 13-point swing alone in the fourth quarter. Zach LaVine turned into prime Kobe. We got a whole show here. I did not expect the Bulls to win this. When they were down at least like 20, 19, whatever it was, I genuinely thought it was going to hold out like that. I kind of predicted that. I don't see the Bulls as really anything but just a mid team. Same with the Raptors, really. I mean, they're one game difference in their record. The Bulls, they were impressive, man. A lot of you guys were telling me, they have Pat Bev on their team, so it's a guaranteed dub. He's the play-in champ. And I mean, he didn't do much, but I mean, he was on the team that won, so maybe that makes a difference. But like I said, the Raptors absolutely choked that one away. A 19-point lead, man. A 19-point lead. You're up by what? I mean, 15 or something going into the fourth quarter. At the end of that game, with like what, maybe 20 seconds left, the Bulls almost got fleeced out of a victory. Alex Caruso, so-called foul or shooting foul on Pascal Siakam. It was not a jump shot. He was not looking at the rim. He wasn't going to go for a shot. It's one of those things where you kind of throw something up from like half court because you got bumped to see if the ref will give you 3 free throws for free. It was one of those things, and it just shouldn't have counted. I think he made one miss too, so I mean, it didn't really affect the game too much, but it had the opportunity to affect the game. So I thought that was a huge BS call. Anyways, back to Zach LaVine, 13 for 15 from the free throw line, 2 for 7 from 3, not great. 12 for 22 from the field. He shot really well from the field, 39 points. DeMar DeRozan's daughter came in so clutch, obviously helping the Toronto Raptors shoot 50% from the line.
To shoot, she's screaming. That time it didn't.
18 for 36. They missed 18 free throws. That's a ton of free. You win the game. If you make 25 of 36, you win the game. Like, huge miss on the Toronto Raptors part. Anyways, DeMar had a good game. Daughter helps win the game for them. They're off to play Miami in Miami. Obviously, DeMar's daughter will not be traveling, he said. So who knows with that. But they do have Patrick Beverley, who is the play-in king, as we know, I guess. If you look at Toronto, we had solid games for Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam. Pascal with 32 points tonight. Not enough, though. Not enough. Obviously, we thought it was for a while. I was thinking that the Raptors really had that one, but something happened in that game where it completely turned. This Toronto Raptors team should be so much better defensively, too. I mean, there's no way you let up a 13-point swing in that quarter. You gave up almost 40 points in the fourth quarter to lose the game. You would think that this starting lineup of theirs would be so much better defensively. I mean, I guess the Fred VanVleet thing is a little bit iffy when it comes to defense. But I mean, you look at the other four: Jakob Pertl, Barnes, Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, lengthy people who play pretty much the same positions almost. You should be able to lock up a little bit there. Really, really disappointing game for Toronto to be able to lose that. But shout out to Chicago Bulls for pulling this one out. Everybody counted them out, including myself, until they ended up winning it. So I was very, very surprised by that. But we have the matchup between Miami and Chicago now. If I'm going to give my early predictions for this game, I think it'll be a good one. But I'm going to ride with Miami Heat here. I think, Jimmy had a pretty bad game in the last game. Bam didn't do anything. Hopefully Kyle Lowry can continue his tear that he's been on in that one game they played. Either way, both teams will probably end up losing to the Milwaukee Bucks in the first place, so who really cares? The next game, this game was so good. It was back and forth the entire time. Oklahoma City Thunder, New Orleans Pelicans. Thunder win 123-118. I chose the Thunder in this one. I thought, just having only Brandon Ingram really, and I mean, if CJ shows up, obviously it might be enough, but Brandon Ingram played okay. I believe he had 30, yeah. Brandon Ingram has 30, but the big one, CJ McCollum with only 14, didn't shoot very well. 5 for 15 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. Didn't have a great game. Valanciunas just came out just destroying the Thunder because they really don't have a post presence. They started Jalen Williams, the bigger Jalen Williams from Arkansas, at the center. And I mean, Valanciunas was bullying him. But shout out to the big three from Oklahoma City. Lou Dort has a game where he drops more points than he has in the entire season. Giddey with 31, 10, and 9, almost a triple-double. Obviously, Shea does his thing, gets to the rack. 32 points for him, 11 for 22 for Giddey and Shea from the field. They both shot really well. Giddey was getting to his spots. Shea was just getting to the rack with Will. Shot 2 for 5 from 3, which is okay. But we all know Shea is a basketball player. He attacks the rack. He likes to get to the hole. He's a really good finisher. So got to his spots. He was able to control the game. Lou Dort played some solid defense. The Pelicans, man, I don't know what to say about them. Missing out on Zion Williamson, your first round pick from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was, 3 years ago. Yeah. Missing out on your first round pick from 3 years ago. This guy's supposed to be like an almost generational talent, too. And apparently he's just not feeling like Zion, which I mean, I guess if that's a mental thing, got to take care of that. Maybe it's something where he just doesn't feel healthy enough to play like he wants to be able to play, so he doesn't feel like he should be out there. But I mean, with that mentality, I still think 70% Zion Williamson maybe helps you win this game. 70% Zion Williamson might help you do well in the first round. Zion's good enough at 70% to still give you 20 points, man. And don't even get me started about ESPN, man. I open up ESPN and the first thing I see is, should the Pelicans trade Zion Williamson or something around that? What? I heard a great stat in the middle of the game last night in the OKC Pelicans game, obviously. Joel Embiid, through his first 3 seasons, played like 94 games. Zion Williamson has played 114 through his first 3 seasons. So if you're going to rule trading your best player, your number one overall pick, your franchise guy, because he can't stay healthy in the first couple of seasons of his career, if you're going to rule that as like a thing you're going to do, you might want to go back and consider the fact that, Joel Embiid did the same thing. And now Joel Embiid is playing for an MVP this season. He was in the MVP running in the last like 3 seasons. Give him some time. Let him get accustomed to the league more. We obviously know he's great. He can put up 27 points on 60% field goal shooting. Anyways, we had some great basketball on last night. And now Friday night, April 14th, we have the Bulls and the Heat playing for the 8th seed in the East. We have the Thunder and the Timberwolves playing for the 8th seed in the West. The Bulls are the first 10 seed to win the playoff or in the play-in and have a chance to make that 8th seed. And then the Thunder go on and do it as well. So we had 2 10 seeds win last night, which is pretty cool to see. Anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good day. See you.